So it finally happened. I went and took on way too much stuff. And now I'm overwhelmed and burning out. I want to thank everybody who has been watching and is currently watching. It means the world to me to have anyone care, and I'm thankful that there are people who do. If you are new to the channel, or if you have been following and you have not yet liked any of my videos, please, it would help me so much if you would. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And if you would, hit the little notification bell so it will tell you when I post new content. They say the YouTube algorithm is the devil. But anyway, here we go. So, like I said at the top of the video, I've taken on too much stuff. I'm getting burnt out. And I want to know why we do that. And then I want to see if we can find a way to not do that. So, these are the reasons that I have come up with that we often take on more than we should. You know, be it taking on too much work at a job, trying to do too many projects, having too many hobbies, trying to hang out with too many different people. You know, it's pressure. It's the pressure to succeed, to excel, to improve upon ourselves. So, number one, lofty goals. Now, I've said in past videos that we should have lofty goals. We should shoot for the moon and be glad when we hit the atmosphere. You know, keep our goals big and our expectations low. And I've not really been doing that. I've been obsessing over the end game, where I'm trying to get to. And when I first started this channel, I didn't care about that. And then all of a sudden, I discovered that I enjoyed doing this, and I wanted to keep doing it, and I wanted to be able to find more time to do it. So I want it. I came around to the conclusion that I want this to work. I want this to be my thing. And then because of that lofty goal, I have lost track of the real reason that I've started here, the real reason I'm doing this. So we need to make sure to keep our goals in check, because while it is good to have goals, we can end up in a situation where our goals start calling the shots to the detriment of even themselves, which is where I've kind of ended up at in the past week or so. I'm just glad that I've developed enough mental prowess to notice that I was doing it and address it. The next thing that I came up with is excitement. When you get excited about something, right? I got excited about this channel. I got excited about the stuff that I was doing. People were, paying me compliments and talking about how much the video that I had made affected them. And I was just getting so many good reviews from the people in my life that I got super excited. And I was just like, I have to do more and more and more. I need this validation. I need people to keep giving it to me. So I have to do this YouTube channel, and then I have to start an Instagram, and then I'm going to have to build a Twitter, and I'm going to have to build a Facebook following. I'm going to have to start posting stuff on Pinterest. I'm going to have to do this and do that, and just head explosion. So, yeah, being excited about something feels good, but being excited about something can cause blinders to fall in front of your eyes. And never do that while you're driving. It's a bad idea. Okay. The third thing is having no clear vision. When I first decided that, hey, I like doing this and I would like to make this my thing, I had a vision of where I was headed, how I was going to get there, and what it was going to look like when I got there. And then I started researching, which I have said in the past is a very good thing to do. It's good to be informed. But when I started researching, how to get better at this, how to, get noticed, how to build a following, how to make thumbnails, how to put the proper tags on your video, how to write the proper descriptions and all that stuff, I started to obsess over the minute details. And it muddied the vision. All of a sudden, my final endpoint vision wasn't having a moderately successful YouTube channel. I'm not a greedy person. I don't need 1 million followers. I don't need to make thousands of dollars off of YouTube. I just want to help some people and make enough money to keep myself alive. I don't feel like that is a greedy goal. But the vision got muddy because it was no longer about being moderately successful at YouTube. It was about being moderately successful at YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, social media in general. And it was just too much stuff. Which brings me to my last point. Point number 4. The desire to maximize benefit. I just said that I'm not a greedy person. And I'm not. But I have always been the kind of person who wants to min-max things. When I played World of Warcraft, I was one of those people who was in the forums doing math about coefficients and spell damage and all that shit, and I spent hours doing that stuff. And I was really good at the game, but literally everything else in my life suffered for it. So that has become something that I realize on this journey that I'm going on, because this is a journey about health. I've started calling it my life recomposition journey, and that's something that I consider both a strength and a flaw of mine, and another thing that I need to learn to keep in check. Just the desire to maximize benefits, the desire to maximize efficiency. Okay. So yeah, I have taken on way too much stuff, and I think I've come up with a couple of ways to kind of avoid doing it in the future and to help me delegate the stuff that I have taken on. Step number 1, we need to make a detailed plan. Of all the things that you want to do, the first thing you need to do is put them in priority order. Once you have them in priority order, you just start working your way down the list. Every day, you start with your primary priority, and when you finish working on that primary priority, you move on to the next priority, so on and so forth. Now, hopefully, you won't have to spend every single day at the top of your priority list. But if you do have to spend every day at the top of your priority list, that top priority is going to excel like nothing else. Okay? So, make your priority list, be as detailed and specific as possible, and then stick to it. That's step number 1. Step number 2, schedule time for rest and relaxation. You've got your priority list. and you're working on it day in, day out, all day, all the way through the night, all the way through the day. And then even if you are enjoying what you're working on, eventually you're going to get to a point where you start kind of resenting what you're working on because it's taking up all of your time. Maybe there's a new TV show that you want to watch. Maybe a new game's out that you want to play, but you feel like you can't because you have to focus on these priorities. No. Schedule time every day, even if it's just an hour, for rest and relaxation. During the time that you have scheduled for your rest and relaxation, you will not think about your things you're working on. You will not care about the things you're working on. You will not even acknowledge their existence. You will sit or walk or swim and rest and breathe and have fun and laugh and hang out with your friends, and your mental health will thank you for it. And the last thing, speaking of mental health, health always comes first, especially mental health. Because it doesn't matter how much you have, how much you achieve, or how many people love and adore you. If you do not have your health, you have nothing. If you do not have your health, how are you going to enjoy the things that you have amassed? How are you going to enjoy the people who love you? You're not, because you're going to be sick. You're going to be tired. You're going to be crazed. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be anxious, depressed. Just no. Health is number one, numero uno. Mental health especially, but physical health counts. Get your exercise, eat well, meditate, breathe, sun exposure, whatever you need to do to keep yourself right up here. That is number one. All right. With that said and done, I know my tone today has been a little more serious, a little more somber than it has been. And that's because this is the first time since I started making these videos that I have felt this close to the place that I started. And it's especially difficult on me because it is all my own fault. There are no external factors that put me in this mental state, in this mood. I did it to myself. I chose to take on so much. I chose to become obsessed. I chose to lose track of what I cared about. And that's what I wanted to fix. So at least I've gotten better enough up here that I noticed and could address it. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It's evening time. I'm almost home. I'm also physically tired. It's been a pretty long day. And if you have watched this far, thank you so much. I'm grateful. I appreciate you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. You are all beautiful, wonderful people. And I hope, but if you have not, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I now have an Instagram. There still isn't a lot on it because, like I said, I've taken on too much, but I am setting aside time to actually work on it and try to get it going a little bit better. It is at brandon.colonel29, and I have fired up my other YouTube channel, which is all about film review, critique, analysis, and I'm going to just start working on it for fun, getting back into watching some movies and talking about them and just, really nerding all over the place. So I will put the link to that in the description, and you all go forth and have a blessed day. And remember, as always, go forth and to be good humans.